Hi, this is Jeline from the Honors Tutorial. Our topic for today is about solving quadratic equations by completing the square. This is under Mathematics 9. So let us have our first example, that is x squared plus 12x plus 32 equals 0. And this is how you are going to solve for it. Let's write solution here. And we have here x squared plus 12x plus 32 equals 0. And then we have to transpose positive 32 at the right side of the equation. So therefore, it will become x squared plus 12x equals, transpose this, it will become negative 32. And then don't forget that we will add a blank here at the third term of the left side of the equation. Then it will become x squared plus 12x plus blank equals negative 32. And then how are we going to get the term here in our missing term? So this is what you are going to do. Just get the number on the second term. So that is 12. And then we are going to divide it by 2. And that is 6. And then we have to square it. Then it will become 36. So now we have here 36. So it will become x squared plus 12x plus 36 equals negative 32 plus 36. And then we will continue solving. It will become x squared plus 12x plus 36 equals negative 32 plus 36. That's positive 4 here. And then let's continue solving. And then we have to factor x squared plus 12x plus 36. And it will become the quantity of x plus 6 squared equals 4. And then in order for us to get the value of x here, we have to get the square root of the left side of the equation and also the square root of the right side of the equation. So cancel, it will become x plus 6 equals square root of 4, that is positive negative 2. And then of course, let's get x sub 1 or the roots already. So x sub 1 plus 6 equals, let's rely on this, x plus 6 equals positive negative 2. Let's have positive 2 first, and then let's have x sub 1 equals, let's transpose positive 6 at the right side of the equation, then it is 2 minus 6. So x sub 1 is equal to negative 4. How about x sub 2? I'll just erase some part here at the left side of our solution so that we may continue solving for x sub 2. And then for x sub 2, we have here plus 6 equals negative 2. Negative 2 since we are done having positive 2. So this is x sub 2 equals negative 2. Transpose positive 6 at the right side of the equation, then it will become negative 6. So x sub 2 is equal to negative 8 because negative 2 minus 6 is equal to negative 8. So these are the roots of this equation. We have here -4 and -8 as the roots. Let us have our next example. So that is example number 2. Okay, let's solve for this. For number 2, let's write solution here, the word solution. And then I am advising you to copy the given. So that is 4x squared plus 4x minus 3 equals 0. And then let's do completing the square. Let's transpose first -3 to the right side of the equation. So we have here 4x squared plus 4x equals -3 will be transposed here. Then it will become +3. Next, after that, we have to eliminate the number that is beside x squared. And how are we going to do that? We have to divide all of the terms by the number that is beside x squared. And that is 4. So we have here 4, 4, and 4. And then cancel. It will become x squared plus, cancel again, x equals 3 over 4. And then, don't forget to have a blank after the second term. So it will become x squared plus x plus blank equals 3 over 4. And then how are we going to solve for it? We have to get the number beside x, and this is 1. It is 1, but it is not there. It is not visible. Because when 1 is used as a numerical coefficient of a variable, it becomes invisible. So we have to divide this by 2, so that is 1 over 2. And then raise it to 2. Then it will become 1 over 4. So we have here 1 over 4. Let me just write a line here. So that is x squared plus x plus 1/4 or 1 over 4 equals 3 over 4 plus 1 over 4. So let's simplify first the right side of the equation. So we have here x squared plus x plus 1 over 4 equals, since this is a similar fraction, just add the numerator. So we have here 3 plus 1, that's 4 over 4. Let's continue simplifying this. So we have here x squared plus x plus 1 over 4 is equal to 1. And then we have to factor this. It will become the quantity of x plus 1/2 equals 1. Don't forget the exponent here. The quantity of x plus 1 squared equals 1. Then let's continue solving. Let me just erase some part at the left side of the equation for us to continue solving. Now we are going to have the square root of the left side and the right side of the equation for us to get the roots of it. So it will become square root of the quantity of x plus 1/2 squared equals square root of 1. So cancel. It will become x plus 1/2 equals positive negative 1. And then we will use this equation for us to get x sub 1 and x sub 2, or the roots of this equation. So let's have x sub 1 plus 1/2 equals, let's use positive 1, so equals 1. Then it will become x sub 1 equals, let's transpose positive 1/2 to the right side of the equation. So equals 1 minus 1/2. If you are having difficulty with fractions, please use butterfly method. It will become x sub 1 equals 1 over 1 minus 1/2. Let's have this. 1 times 2 is 2. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 2 is 2. Then it will become x sub 1 equals 2 minus 1 over 2. So x sub 1 is equal to 2 minus 1, that's 1 over 2. And that's it for x sub 1. Let us now solve for x sub 2. For x sub 2, we have here plus 1/2 equals the negative value of 1, since we are done using the positive value of it for x sub 1. So that is negative 1. So x sub 2 equals negative 1. Transpose positive 1/2 to the right side of the equation. Then it will become negative 1/2. And then same process, I am advising you, if you are not that good in fractions, so kindly use butterfly method. So x sub 2 is equal to negative 1 over 1 minus 1/2. So let's multiply negative 1 and 2. So that's negative 2 here. And then 1 times 1, that's positive 1. And then 1 times 2 is 2. And then we have here x squared equals negative 2. Copy the operation here, which is subtraction. So minus 1, because we have here 1. And then over 2. Then we have here x sub 2 is equal to negative 2 minus 1, that's negative 3. Because the sign is both negative, so add the numbers and then copy the sign. That's why it is negative 3, and then copy 2. So x sub 2 is negative 3 over 2. So these are the roots of the equation 4x squared plus 4x minus 3 equals 0 by completing the square. So that's it for this topic. I hope that you have learned something today. If you have further questions or inquiries about us and a topic, please message our FB page, The Honors Tutorial. Thank you and God bless.